Hi there. Are you exercising every day and not losing any weight? Or even worse, are you exercising every day and you're still gaining weight? It's very, very possible. My name is Dorian, and I'm the owner of the Limitless Lifestyle Academy. And I coach women over 40 to make shifts in their lives to help them start living in harmony with their hormones. So let's get into it. Today, we're here to talk about how you can optimize your exercise to manage fat and your body composition through your 40s, 50s, 60s. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is really, really important. And that is the difference between exercise and activity. People get these mixed up all the time. So let's talk about both of them. Activity is really important, okay? It's really important to be moving all day long. We burn calories that way, right? So that's, you're sitting at your office and you get up and you go to the file cabinet and you come back, and then you get up and you go to the coffee room, and then you come back and you get up and you go talk to your boss. That's being active at work. If you sit your tushy down in that seat at 9 o'clock in the morning, do this all day and leave at 5, you're not active. So activity is just regular movement throughout the day, okay? Versus exercise, which is very intentional, okay? That's a shorter duration of time where we're intentionally moving our bodies in a certain way for a certain outcome. So a lot of people think because they exercise 45 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, 3, 5, 7 days a week, that's going to cut it. And it's not, all right? You're not active. And conversely, some people think because they're doing their 10,000 steps that we're good, right? 10,000 steps is activity. It is exercise, but it's only one little part, okay? But it's activity. So making sure that you have both going on in your life is really, really important. Now, on the exercise side of things, most women, all women, but most particularly over the age of 40, aren't exercising in the right way to harmonize with their hormones. And in another episode, we talked about how estrogen decline helps you encourage you to hold on to abdominal fat. So by exercising a different way, we can try to combat that slightly. So what kind of shifts do you make in your exercise routine? And they really are just shifts, but they're really, really important shifts. And there's 5 points that you need to consider. I call them the TDIFs of exercise for women over 40. Let's take each one individually. T stands for type. What type of exercise do you do? You're going to flip tires and jump up on and off boxes? Or are you going to take some nice 10-pound weights and do, 3 sets of 8? Which is more appropriate for you, okay? Are you going to go to spin class 7 days a week? That's not good for you, right? Spin, maybe a couple times a week, and we'll talk about that later on. So the type of exercise that you do is your choice, but it's really important to mix them up. Then the next one, D, TD. D is duration. How long? The WHO recommends that minimally 150 minutes of moderate cardio a week or 75 minutes of vigorous cardio a week, minimum, okay? I don't prescribe to that because I don't want you doing just moderate cardio. That's not going to work for us as women over 40. You need a combination, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later here. But it's really, really important that you are getting the right combination and duration of exercise during your week. And so we have certain kind of guidelines within our program that I'll talk about in a little bit. So the next one is I, intensity. Hugely, hugely important on many, many different levels. But I for intensity, vigorous cardio, moderate cardio, strength exercises, balancing and toning exercises, they all have different levels of intensity. So it's very, very important that you understand that at different types of intensities, different things happen in your body, okay? High cardio, doing Tabata interval, high intensity intervals, that does something different from your body than, say, doing a yoga class, right? Or a Pilates class or a bar class. Two totally different intensities do two totally different things for your body, okay? So really, really important, again, to mix it up properly. So that was I. F. TDIF. F is really, really, really important as well. Frequency, okay? Frequency, you got to do a minimum of 3 days, my friend. You just have to. And a minimum, I like to say 45 to 50 minutes. Right there, that gets you your 150 minutes. And if you're going to be doing those just 3 days, make sure whatever workout you're doing is very mixed with those different intensities. One of the big problems with women with weight loss, weight management, body recomposition, is that they think that they need to do cardio, like high cardio, beat your body up 5-7 days a week, and that is not true. It's the complete opposite. If you are doing high cardio 5-7 days a week, your body, your brain goes into survival mechanism, right? And it's actually going to hold on to fat. It's a long story, but it's a fight or flight thing. It has to do with cortisol, which I talk about in some other videos. But when you go into fight or flight, your body is releasing cortisol, which is going to make you hold on to fat. So again, not good to be doing the same types of workouts and doing them very, very frequently, okay? So a minimum of 3. We prescribe to a minimum of 3, maximum of 5 per week. It's really, really, really important that your body has that time to restore on your days off, okay? So again, balance. You've got to balance everything out in a very particular way. And S is kind of a weird one. It means spacing. And I kind of referred to that just a second ago, but you don't want to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, spin class, and then Friday, Saturday, yoga. It doesn't work, right? You need to have them spaced out properly so they actually enhance each other, but you've got to give your body that time to restore. 3 days of cardio in a row like that is going to it's going to trigger this fight or flight, okay? So again, balance and weaving things together that will work for your body and not against your body, right? So we have these things in our heads that we think we need to be doing certain things. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to women and they say, well, I think I'm doing enough. You can't think about your body. You have to know, right? And I'm here to help you to know. So what do you do, right? I've told you all these things, but hey, Dorian, but what do I do? I'm going to tell you. We prescribe to a very, very simple methodology of exercise for women over 40. So first I'm going to tell you that the best exercise that you can do is functional compound movements. So let me tell you what that looks like. So if you go to the gym, right, and you go and I'm going to do arm day, right, working this 8 reps, right, you're there at the gym for 45 minutes, right? And that is just working your upper body. We are busy ladies, right? We have lots of things to do. So why take that 45 minutes and just work your upper body? Work your whole body all at once, right? We don't move through life like this. Our whole body moves through life all the time. So there's a lot of different reasons to engage in functional activity where you're using your whole body the whole time you're exercising. So that's number 1. Number 2, you want to have that proper balance of type, duration, intensity, frequency, and spacing of. I like to say it this way. If you have 10, let's say even 15 pounds, I want to lose 15 pounds. You're going to subscribe to a certain type of schedule or routine. And if you want to lose over that amount, you're going to subscribe to a different one. They're very, very similar. There's like one little difference. Both of them is a minimum of 3 workouts a week, spaced evenly apart. Functional movement, all right? For both of them, 3 spaced 3 apart, or 5 spaced apart. You've got to have those days of rest in between, Okay, so that's number one. Number two, we segregate our different types of workouts into basically vigorous cardio or basically moderate cardio. If you're the 15 or under person, you're going to want to do minimally, if you do the 3, you're going to want to do 2 of moderate cardio functional workouts and 1 vigorous. Really optimally, you want to be doing 4 or 5. Okay, so if you're doing 4, you can do 2 moderate, 2 vigorous. If you're going to do 5, you're going to do 3 moderate, 2 vigorous. All right, so got that? Did you write that down if you're the 15-pound person? All right, if you're over 15 pounds, same exact thing. The only difference is that if you're going to do 3 workouts a week, you're going to do 2 vigorous and 1 moderate, right? And then if you're going to do 4 or 5, you're going to do more of the vigorous cardio, okay? Because that's going to give you that really high calorie burn. And then I'll say one more thing in terms of the spacing of those workouts. Your vigorous cardio workouts have to have a day in between, okay? Especially if you're doing high intensity interval training, and this has to do with your metabolism. I don't have time to go into that now. We can talk about that another time, but it's really, really important in terms of that the spacing, that you have a day in between. It doesn't mean you can't exercise 2 days in a row, but don't marry up 2 vigorous cardio workouts back to back, okay? So I want to end with just a little story. And I love this story. I got to go on this journey with one of my clients over a couple of years. So she came to me and she was really, really lost. She had quit smoking about a year prior and gained a lot of weight. Really felt horrible about herself. She really was very, very sad. So we got her in and exercised, and we started her off slowly, but she really got into it, right? She was coming, there were times she was coming 7 days a week, and I'm like, can't do that. Come on, back off. You got to back off. So really, really got into it. And she lost probably about 10 pounds that first year. And then she came to me, it was about 2 years ago. She came to me, she's like, Dorian, I have totally plateaued. I don't know what's going on here. I'm working out all the time. I'm eating well, blah, blah, blah. And I said, because I had seen what she was doing, right? And I said to her, you gotta like really balance this thing out. And we had a talk, and I said, are you ready to do that? Are you ready to trust yourself that this will work? Just do it, right? And I think she was about 57 or 58 at the time. And it was just so cool. This woman, we said, okay, here's the tweaks we're gonna make. And we actually track certain data in our program with a heart rate monitor, so we can actually see how your workouts are going. But regardless of that, she made these changes. And she actually did one of our challenges. In 6 weeks, she lost 14 pounds. And not only did she lose 14 pounds, I think she gained she lost 4 or 5% in body fat and increased her lean muscle mass by 3%, which is really huge to do in 6 weeks and lose 14 pounds. 6 months later, she was at her goal weight and her metabolic age was 43. And she's still going strong, even through COVID, even through her father being sick, even through losing her job through COVID. She has maintained because she learned balance. She learned to trust herself and to trust this type of approach to exercise for women over the age of 40, just like you. So if you've loved this, please like and share it with any of your other friends who are over 40 who may be struggling as well. And check out the links that we have here for you for some more information on the TDIFs of exercise for women over 40. See you soon, and remember that you are limitless.